Namaste. Today is week 4 of Ekam Circle. And the gift for this week is wealth and success. This will be about an hour-long process. I'm very happy to be with you today. My name is Michael, and I'm an Ekam Mitra, initiated by Sri Pritaji and Sri Krishnaji to lead this Ekam Circle. Ekam Circles are an extension of the mystic powerhouse Ekam. That structure behind me is Ekam, which is at the heart of the phenomenon of the Ekam movement. Ekam circles put participants in touch with an aspect of their own consciousness that we call universal intelligence, and that some may call the divine, initiating a journey into transformation, awakening, and synchronicities and miracles. Today's Ekam Circle gift flowing from Ekam and universal intelligence is prosperity. Life feels easy and complete only when we have both love and prosperity. Last week we saw love in the family. So let us today receive the other ingredient that makes life beautiful as a gift. So let me introduce Ekam to you briefly to give you some background and context to this Ekam circle. Ekam is a movement in consciousness that has its origins in India, flowing from 2 generations of spiritual leaders to lead people through extraordinary, transformational, and transcendental journeys into a state of oneness. Ekam means oneness. It is a state of consciousness. Ekam circles put the seeker in touch with the universal intelligence within their own consciousness to experience a downpour of grace and abundance. Ekam circles open your hearts to love and great healings. Ekam circles give you a glimpse of the transcendental, the mystic. Today, the Ekam movement has spread across 120 countries, touching the lives of millions of individuals, families, leaders, and teams of organizations. At the center of this movement is a building, a mystic powerhouse called Ekam. that combines the Earth's energies and the cosmic energies, creating a powerful field within itself. Ekam is more than a structure. It is an awareness that responds to your heartfelt intentions. It was built with a grand purpose to cause an awakening in human consciousness. Here, you can come face to face with the divine, universal intelligence and experience states of joy, love, connection, and enlightenment. So this past summer, I visited Ekam in Chennai, India. Ekam is an amazing, amazing, amazing place to be in. When you step over the threshold and you start walking towards the center, you can feel an amazing energy flowing through and through you. I was there for 4 weeks in a program called Tapas. This is when I began my path to enlightenment. Anybody can be a Buddha. Ekam exists for all humanity. When I was at Ekam, there were probably around 600 people taking part in this program. A sizable number of people from India were there, and then there were people from all around the world. From Asia, Japan, China, Malaysia, Australia, Europe, North America, South America. It was an incredible experience to meet these people who come together, who share a common thread, that we are seekers of enlightenment. So finally, Ekam is like a mothership that radiates immense cosmic energies across the planet. Every Ekam circle where seekers gather together, such as this one, is like a satellite ship that connects to Ekam and draws the immense grace and blessings that Ekam radiates. Through chanting the Ekam mantra, we will be receiving and connecting with the power of Ekam. The cosmic energies flowing from Ekam would heal our body, mind, and consciousness, would awaken our spiritual energies, leading us into the transcendental and mystical dimensions, would flow into our lives and manifest our deepest wishes and dissolve challenges, obstacles, and problems. Ekam processes are designed to lead meditators into an awakened consciousness so they may impact the human collective. It is Sri Krishna Ji and Sri Prita Ji's goal to have 0.0001% of the global population enlightened. They feel that once that number has been triggered, it will be like a cascade effect. I am proud to be part of that plan. So as I've said, Ekam is a movement in consciousness that is flowing from two generations of spiritual leaders. The co-founders of the Ekam movement, Sri Amma and Sri Bhagavan, and Sri Pritaji and Sri Krishnaji have touched the hearts of millions across the world. They meet every human aspiration with their profound wisdom and with the power of their consciousness. Sri Amma and Sri Bhagavan are the progenitors of the vision of Ekam, or oneness. They envisioned a world where human beings would live free of suffering. Humanity would live awakened to the divine. Sri Pritaji and Sri Krishnaji are the next generation of enlightened sages. They have co-created Ekam for humanity's enlightenment. At the age of 11, Krishnaji had an immensely powerful awakening to the universal intelligence and enlightened states of consciousness. Ever since that day, when people meditate in his presence, their minds become quiet. Their true spiritual essence flows through, and life opens to a field of miracles. Pritaji has led millions on profound journeys into expanded states of consciousness, helping them manifest sustained happiness and prosperity. So we will begin with a short meditation. To get ourselves centered. So, if you would, sit as upright as possible in your chair, or if you're on a cushion or a yoga mat, what have you. Relax your face, relax your shoulders. Feel your chest rise as you breathe in. Feel your chest fall as you breathe out. And just notice your breath going in and out of your nose. And if your mind drifts, it's okay. Just gently bring it back and focus on your breathing. And then, when the meditation is over, I will ask you to gently open your eyes. Please close your eyes. You may gently open your eyes. Wealth creation is certainly enticing, and the benefits that come along with it are exciting. However, wealth creation is an art. Knowing the esoteric wisdom behind it transforms the experience from that of the mundane to spiritual. So let's listen to the enlightened mystic Sri Krishnaji, who is also my Mukti Guru, speak on prosperity.
Coming to money, yes. See, one has to earn money, one has to become wealthy. Now, wealthy doesn't mean you add numbers to it. So it's completely your judgment. Are you happy with $100,000 a year, or $500,000 a year, or $1 million a year? It is something that you need to find the answer. So wealth is very, very subjective. So for someone it's millions, for someone it's billions. So we really do not know what it is. But the state, if you look at human beings today, the state at which we are earning wealth is from a state of greed. Now, what does this greed mean? One, it means that I want everything. I'm never satisfied with what I have, and I want more and more and more. The reason you are not satisfied with what you have is because you do not have an inner state, and you are trying to empty the inner emptiness by trying to go outside and achieve. And you're thinking the more you achieve outside and fill your emptiness, you will become a happier human being. So that is why the greed that I want more and more and more. And of course, greed also is coming from a lot of comparison, and there is no connection. So when life is all about you, and when life is very self-centered and very self-centric, the state becomes very greedy because you're only living for yourself. So you are never happy or satisfied with anything. So wealth per se is not at all bad, but what is the state from which you're pursuing wealth is the most important question you need to answer. And for what purpose are you pursuing wealth is another important question you need to answer. Today the world is in a total mess. The reason we are all in a mess is because nobody knows why we are running behind money, and we are trying to make money. Nobody knows. When we were making money, we were in a state of fear. When we are now losing money and do not have money, we are in a state of fear. The inner state is just not changing at all. So understand that earning money from a state of greed is very, very wrong. You are also sending a very wrong signal to the universe, and there will come a time where you will have a fall, and that fall will happen because that wealth you are earning is from a bad state, and two, it's just for you. It's you just want to prove to the world. You just want to feel good by comparing with someone else. You just want to feel nice by putting someone else down. And it's also very pleasure-centric. You want more and more money so that you can have more and more pleasures because you're so empty and your state is so bad that physical pleasures, become a lot. And then you move into addiction, and then addiction has its own problems. And then, of course, addicted state makes you less intelligent, less creative. Your brain actually shrinks and gets damaged. And then you will lose your intelligence and you will lose all the wealth. So everything that you worked hard for will all leave because of your bad state. We don't need greed and ambition to go and earn wealth. What we need is a connected state. Understanding why we want wealth in our life. What are we going to do with it? That's the most important question. Is it for your children? Is it for your grandchildren? Or is it for you to create some charity? Or is it for you to have a nice time as a couple, to go around the world, learn and grow and transform? You have to be clear about that answer. Once you are clear about that answer, then wealth will flow into your life. Wealth will have a meaning, and it's like a Buddha driving a Benz, because there is no inner conflict, there is no inner struggle, there is no inner pain, there is no comparison. Right now the world is constantly comparing. Even now there's only comparison. There are so many people who are going through such struggle. Forget about wealth, there are so many people who are losing their loved ones, so many people who are struggling in ICUs, and so many frontliners who are working for us. That greed and that comparison and that self-centeredness is causing so much of pain. So understand that you will never be able to enjoy wealth, you will never be able to grow wealth if you really do not have a connected state, and if you really do not know why you want wealth. So ask why you want wealth. What are you going to do with it? Then whatever might be the crisis, you will definitely get it, and you will definitely have it and relish it.
So, Sri Prithiji and Sri Krishnaji are philosopher sages. They're also world famous authors. The Four Sacred Secrets, a book written by them, captures most valuable secrets for a beautiful life. The Four Sacred Secrets is not about a strategy or retraining your mind. It helps you awaken to a power that is much greater than any technique. The power of transformed consciousness. This transforms the way you experience reality, the way you experience yourself, the world around you, everything. The book guides us through every step of our life, every challenge, every conflict, every hindrance we might come across, filling us with a wealth of spiritual wisdom. Every insight to become part of us has to be chewed and assimilated. Sri Prithiji and Sri Krishnaji's book, The Four Sacred Secrets, carries a rare depth of insights in an easily digestible format. So I'm going to read an excerpt from this book. The powerful and insightful state of consciousness from which Sri Krishnaji and Sri Prithiji create wealth has inspired many leaders across the world to walk on the path shown by them. The book whispers their journeys and the beautiful lives of prosperity they have created. Going through their journey impacts our consciousness and opens a window to own that. So the following is a story of a seeker and a student of the Academy from the book, The Four Sacred Secrets. Mai, an Ikebana teacher, lived in fear of not having enough money for old age. She had in fact spent years obsessing and calculating how much she had in the bank and how much more she could have. But no actions she took, no amount she earned brought her any closer to feeling fulfilled or secure, and she spent long periods of time in depression. When she took a look at the roots of these feelings, she realized that as a child, she had felt that nothing she did was enough to please her mother. She took that same state of mind into every one of her relationships with friends and crushes. Even back in high school, financial abundance was an obsession. She hoped money would take away the painful state of insecurity she experienced within. With the passing of time, Mai's relationship with money became very distorted. She would spend loads of time calculating how much she would have when she retired and panic that she did not have enough. The panic would drive her to work relentlessly and make more money. But she would also compulsively shop or make unwise investments at the time, regretting the money that was flowing out of her hands. She lived in an inner state of poverty. Her panic would mount to the point that she would spend days at a time feeling sick and fatigued. Mai's liberation came when she realized that her current problems were completely a result of her inner state. It was not the universe that was testing her with problems, but her inflamed mind that was propelling her life out of control. As her awareness of her inner state deepened over the next months, she naturally awoke to a beautiful state of connection with the way of the flowers and her Ikebana students. The deep spiritual journey Mai has embarked upon has shifted the neurological circuits in her brain that once kept her anxious and obsessed about finances. She now largely lives in a beautiful state and feels the universe is more of an ally to her, offering her many lucky breaks and synchronicities. So at this time, if you have something that you'd like to share, please do. You can write it in the comments section. Personally, I can say that I know I have gone through major transformation in my own self. So I know when they say that you're neurologically rewired in your brain, I believe that. My brain doesn't it's more efficient, I think. I don't know if that's the word that I want to use, but I have definitely felt a massive shift for the better. So, let's now open our consciousness to a practice that will open us to receiving the gift of prosperity. So what better way than moving into this field with Sri Preetaji? So I'm going to begin the meditation process. And Sri Preetaji will give you the instructions. So if you would set upright in your chair or on your cushion, set as straight as possible, with your hands on your thighs.
Namaste. Sit with your spine erect. Close your eyes now. Bring attention to your breath. Breathe consciously. And with every breath, get centered in yourself. Take a few moments to reflect. Has the pursuit of wealth been purely a self-centric pursuit, unconcerned with the well-being of others? Does your pursuit of wealth allow you to experience fulfillment in life? Or do you feel isolated in your pursuit? Calmly see your truth. Now connect with the divine in your heart. Connect to the good you want to do to your family, your organization, and your society. With the work you do. Now hold a sacred intention for the wealth you aspire to create this year. Feel the wealth and the goodness you will create with your wealth. Feel the impact that you will create with your wealth. Move into a space of receiving the blessings from the Divine now. Chant the Ekam mantra 21 times.
Hamsa Soham Ekam. 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 sa soham ekam Hamsa soham ekam Hamsa soham ekam Hamsa soham ekam Hamsa soham ekam
Immerse your heart in a space of gratitude to the divine. And you may slowly open your eyes. Namaste. It's a meditation series.
So until now, we've been preparing ourselves. We're now going to move into Ekam Diksha. It's a special process to effortlessly and spontaneously awaken you to your inner divine. Receive the gift of love in your family and to see love blossom in your relationships. Diksha is a power that flowed through Sri Krishna Ji at the early age of 11. This is an ancient phenomenon to awaken to the divine, since all those who have been initiated to give Diksha have received Shaktipat. With Sri Prita Ji and Sri Krishna Ji, it now flows through Ekam Mitras. Diksha is a space of transference of divine energy. It is a space of happening. Diksha moves you into higher states of consciousness. Diksha means a downpour of divine grace and power. Ekam Diksha consists of 3 key elements. During the chanting the Ekam mantra, connecting to Ekam Kshetra, and being open to receiving the power of Diksha. So let me explain the essence of the Ekam mantra. The Ekam mantra is Hamsa Soham Ekam. In order to understand the mantra, we need to know that Ekam is not merely a structure or a building. Ekam represents a state of consciousness, the highest attainment in a human being's lifetime. Ekam means the one, non-separation or non-duality. Is a state where every form of separation has come to an end. The me and not me do not exist. All that exists is one life, one consciousness, the one, Krishnaji and Preetaji observe that all that exists is one all-pervasive field of consciousness that manifests as you, me, all matter, life and energy. There is nothing other than one undifferentiated field of consciousness. They call this one force, one field, and one consciousness, the universal intelligence. The Ekam mantra explains the state of Ekam, the non-dual one. Hamsa means I am one with the universal intelligence. I do not exist separate from it. Soham means the universal intelligence is one with me. Universal intelligence cannot exist independent of me. Ekam means the one. All there is the one. All there is the universal intelligence. So let's hold this meaning in our heart as we chant the Ekam mantra. As you chant the mantra, experience yourself flowing into universal intelligence and the universal intelligence flowing into you and filling you with its sacred presence. In the Diksha phenomenon, you access a third dimension beyond the physical dimension and the mental dimension, a spiritual or transcendental dimension that often gets awakened or activated in deep meditation. This dimension you may call higher consciousness, the universe or higher self, or universal intelligence. You can call it grace, the presence, or the divine. This is an experience that transcends logic and limitation. Across the ages, there are many ways in which people have felt this enormous power within them. Some have felt it as an expanded, all-encompassing space of sacredness. They have felt it as infinite light, an unfathomable power, or as inner guidance. For others, the experience is very personal, as if they are in the presence of a very benevolent, compassionate father, mother, or friend, or a form they have worshipped all these years to whom they can relate and receive a response from. When you receive Diksha, you are helped to awaken this sacred dimension in your consciousness. Each will have a very personal experience of this higher self. During Diksha, your brain and consciousness opens up to the universal intelligence or the God experience. You may come across the divine as a being, as a form, or as a loving presence, or as Brahman, or what scientists may call quantum non-locality. Your brain's addictive neural circuits that channel the destructive tendencies of the unconscious break, and new neural connections that awaken you to beautiful states are formed. You also experience a healing of the heart relationships, come together with forgiveness and care. Sometimes there is a miraculous healing of the body to accompanying Diksha. Life becomes a beautiful flow of coincidences, taking you closer to your dreams. So what should you do to receive the power of Diksha? And the answer is nothing. You don't have to do anything. It's a zone of effortlessness. If you insist on doing something during Diksha, there's 3 things that are known to help. Number one, to be in a state of letting go and deep relaxation. 2, or for your heart to be in a state of gratitude. And 3, holding a clear intention for what you want to receive. Okay. So let's begin Diksha. So what I'd like you to do is to sit with your spine erect and close your eyes. I want you to touch the tips of your index finger with the tips of your thumbs, like this. And you can place those, you can put your hands on your thighs, palms facing up. And then I will let you know when you can open your eyes. You can chant the Ekam mantra to yourself if you like. You can think it, you can mouth it, or you can say it out loud. It's up to you. Either way, it makes no difference. You're getting your message across. Remember, words are vibrations, frequencies, and they travel through an infinite space.
Ham se sohamekam, 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 ham se sohamekam. Ham se sohamekam, 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 ham se sohamekam. Ham se sohamekam, 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 ham se sohamekam. Ham se sohamekam, ham se sohamekam, ham se sohamekam, ham se sohamekam, ham Hamsasohamekam. 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 Hamsasohamekam.
You may gently open your eyes. This completes week 4 of Ekam Circle. I'm very happy to have been here today with you. and I look forward to the future sessions. Namaste.